we are going to go over the 4 first for the rotational review. So this is for the secondary Math 2 honors, and your quiz is going to be not next class, but the class after, so after your long weekend. Here are the first 4 that I have. For this one, they give us an equation and we have to go through all 4 representations. You could either put your equation into slope-intercept form, or you can just go ahead and plot points right away. I'm going to go ahead and put it into slope-intercept form first. So here I'm going to minus x onto this side, so then we have negative 2y minus x plus 10. And then to get y alone, we have to divide everything by negative 2. So then we're going to have y equals 1/2 x minus 5. And if you notice, if the slope is 1/2, that means we're going to be dividing by 2 or timesing by 1/2 every time. So then here, I'm going to want even numbers here. If you want, you could put odd numbers there too, but you're just going to get a decimal as the answer. And that's okay if you want to do it that way. So here, I'm going to have 0, 2, 4, 6. So 1/2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 5, that's negative 5. 1/2 of 2 is 1. 1 minus 5 is negative 4. 1/2 of 4 is 2. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. And I'm guessing since it's going down, it's going to be down 1 every time. Okay, now for this one, we're going to start down at negative 5. And then we're going up 1 and over 2 every time. And then that's our equation right there. Okay, the story problem, it's going to have to be something where it starts down at negative 5, and then it's going up 1 and over 2 every time. So you can say that you are in debt $5 and you're paying it off 50 cents or 1/2 $1 every week or day or whatever you want. Okay, here for 3 consecutive integers, their sum is 24. So if we have consecutive integers, that means that they're integers that are one right after another. So for example, something like 3, 4, and 5. And to get like 3, 4, and 5, those are just consecutive. So we'll say that 3 is x. In order to get the next one from x, so in order to get 4 from 3, we would have to add 1. So this is going to have to be x plus 1. And to get 5 from 3, we would have to do x plus 2. And it says the sum, which means add. So x plus x plus x is 3x. 1 plus 2 is 3. And that's going to give us 24. And on this one, all they wanted you to do was come up with an equation. So there's our equation. Then they asked, would it change if they were even consecutive integers? So let's say that it's 2, 4, and 6. So then 2 would be x, 4 would be x plus 2, and 6, we're going to have to add 4 to 2, so then it would be x plus 4. So then x plus x plus x, that's going to be 3x plus 6, and then we'll assume that the sum is still 24. So yeah, it's going to change it a little bit. So since they are one more part away, it's going to add 1 more onto every one. So then it's adding 3 here, and this one's going to be adding 6 here. Okay, for this one, it's a word problem, and it says, Joanna is a saleswoman for a used car lot. Her monthly paycheck is $5,000 plus 10% of the price of each car. Okay, so we want to write an equation. So she's going to make $500 plus 10% for every car that she sells. So 10%, that's either 0.1 or that's a tenth. So I like to write it as a tenth for every car she sells, just because that makes our slope just that much easier. Now here, the pizza one, it says, a pizza place charges $5 for a medium 1-topping pizza and 50 cents for each topping. So they're going to charge us $5 and 50 cents. So it's going to be 0.5, $0.50 since this is in dollars, for every topping. Okay, this one right here, it's another 4 representations, but for this one, it's starting with a table, so I like to make an equation straight from the table. If you'd like, you can go in a different direction. Some people like to plot the points -1, 10, and plot that, and so on. I'm going to make an equation. So this one right here, It's going down by 4 every time. It's going up 1 every time. Okay, so it's going down 4 every time, going up 1 every time. So we're going to do negative 4 divided by 1 is going to give us our slope. So I'm going to write slope is negative 4. My starting point is at 6 because when x is 0, y is 6. So my y-intercept is 6. So that means I'm going to have y equals mx plus b. So plus 6. Okay, so a story problem for this, it could be something where we're starting at 6. So say that we're selling 6 apples. We have 6 apples in our store and we're selling 4 every day. So that might not work just because then you're going to not have as many apples as you want to sell. And then for this one, for our plot, so for our graph you could either plot the points or you could start up at 6 and then go down 4 and over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1. And that is our graph. So those are the first 4, so 5 more